Hello friends, this is Dr. Pawan Jagannath Tamde working as Assistant Professor in Chemistry at Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samaj, Nashik. Today we will see inductive effect. So in order to understand inductive effect, first of all we must know what is electronegativity. And if you look at some major elements which we encounter in organic chemistry, then you can notice that electronegativity increases across group. When we move from hydrogen to fluorine, then electronegativity increases, and in period electronegativity decreases from top to bottom. So among these various elements, fluorine is most electronegative element, having electronegativity value 4. So this concept is going to be useful in understanding inductive effect. So what actually inductive effect is? Inductive effect is shown by covalent bond, and we know that covalent bond is formed by sharing of electron. So when two hydrogen atom having one unpaired electron each come close to each other, there is a formation of bond and we will get such a molecule. If similar atoms are involved in formation of covalent bond, then electron pair remain in the center in between two nuclei of bonded atom, and we can see this type of structure. In hydrogen molecule, these two electrons are in between two nuclei. In chlorine and bromine molecule as well, these two electrons are residing in between two nucleus of respective bonded atom. However, if a bond is in between dissimilar atoms, then electron pair shifts towards more electronegative atom. For example, if you consider formation of HCl molecule, then after formation of HCl molecule, these two electrons are not present in between two nuclei exactly. However, because chlorine is more electronegative, it will pull electron toward itself and it will acquire partial negative charge, and hydrogen will get partial positive charge. Now look at this example. In this example, this fluorine atom is attached to carbon framework. Because fluorine is more electronegative as compared to carbon, it will pull bonded electron towards itself and it will acquire partial negative charge, and carbon, that is CH2 group, will get partial positive charge. Now this polarization will be extended across this carbon framework, because this carbon which got partial positive charge, now it will pull electron from this carbon-carbon bond, and the neighboring carbon will also get partial positive charge. But the partial positive charge present on neighboring carbon will be less as compared to partial positive charge present on the carbon which is directly attached to this more electronegative atom or group. In the same way, this partial positive charge get extended across this carbon framework. So the polarized carbon-fluorine bond transmits further polarization through the sigma bond framework. This is called as inductive effect. Inductive effect is shifting of electron from low electronegative atom to high electronegative atom in covalent bond. It is permanent effect. It is distance dependent. As distance between more electronegative atom and a carbon site increases, the effect goes on decreasing. It operates through sigma bonds only, and this inductive effect is of two different types. One is positive inductive effect and other is negative inductive effect. Now we will see certain example of negative inductive effect and positive inductive effect. Negative inductive effect. If carbon framework is attached to some more electronegative atom or group like fluorine, chlorine or oxygen, then in that case these more electronegative atoms which are shown by red color pull electron from carbon framework, and because of that they acquire partial negative charge and carbon acquire partial positive charge. So if you look at these three examples, you will notice that in this case electrons are pulled away from carbon framework. Such effect is called as negative inductive effect or minus I effect. Let us have a look at some examples for positive inductive effect. consider a bond between carbon and hydrogen. So in this case, carbon is comparatively more electronegative as compared to hydrogen. A bond between carbon and CH3 and similar kind of bond. So in this case, electron density goes towards the carbon framework and thus carbon get partial negative charge, and such an effect in which electron density move towards carbon framework is called as positive inductive effect. In short, negative inductive effect is shown by more electronegative atom or electron withdrawing groups, and positive inductive effect is shown by electron donating atoms or group. So we will categorize these atoms or group which will show positive and negative inductive effects. So now if you look at this example, in this example carbon bears positive charge. So these are carbocations. In this case, this carbon is attached to 3 hydrogen atoms. Here one hydrogen atom is replaced by CH3 group. Here 2 hydrogens are replaced by CH3 groups, and in this case 3 hydrogen atoms are replaced by CH3 groups. So in this case, this positive charge is present only on this carbon, and this hydrogen do not show tendency to donate or withdraw electron. However, here CH3 group is there which shows positive inductive effect, it donates electron. Here 2 such CH3 groups are there, and in this case 3 such CH3 groups are there, and because of that positive charge is more stabilized in this structure as compared to these remaining structures, and thus we can see that this tertiary carbocation is most stable and methyl carbocation is least stable in these 4 carbocations. Now this tertiary carbocation is more stable because these 3 CH3 groups shows tendency to donate electron to this partially positive carbon atom, and thus this positive charge decreases to some extent. So this is the effect of inductive effect on stability of carbocations. So these are certain atoms or group which show either positive inductive effect or negative inductive effect. So if you look at atom or group showing positive inductive effect, then electron donating group like methoxy, methyl, carboxylate anion, it is having negative charge. Then this oxide anion and deuterium, they will show positive inductive effect. However, if you look at these groups, they shows negative inductive effect. Groups like NO2, CHO, carboxylic acid, then this ketone ester, trifluoromethyl, and all these group shows a tendency to withdraw electron, and thus they shows negative inductive effect. Now applications of inductive effect. With the help of inductive effect, it is possible to explain stability of carbocations as we have seen in earlier example. We can also comment on stability of carbanions. Stability of free radical is also explained with the help of this inductive effect. Strength of acid in aliphatic carboxylic acid is explained by inductive effect. We can comment on relative strength of organic bases, and with the help of inductive effect we can also get to know about dipole moment and bond length in molecules. So let us have some example and try to see whether you understand this concept or not. Arrange the following in increasing order of their minus I effect. Obviously minus I effect means the tendency to pull electron towards themselves or tendency to pull electron away from carbon framework. So if you look at this atom or group and try to organize them in the increasing order of their minus I effect, then what will be the answer? Okay, I guess you got the answer. So in this case, nitro group shows highest minus I effect, then cyano, then carboxylic acid, then fluoride and iodide. So in this way, nitro is showing highest minus I effect. Next is, out of these 2 species, which is expected to be more stable? So this is the question. Out of these 2 species, which is expected to be more stable? In both the case, oxygen carries negative charge. But look at the atom or group which are attached to these negatively charged oxygen. In this case, CS2, CS2 and Cn are attached, and here CS2, CS3 is attached. So here this CS2, CS3 is electron releasing, and in this case, because this carbon framework is attached to this group Cn, it is electron withdrawing, and thus it will show some minus I effect. And by minus I effect, these negatively charged species are little bit stabilized. So among these two, these species, that is CnCS2 CS2O minus, will be more stable because cyano group shows minus I effect, which ultimately reduces the amount of negative charge present on oxygen atom. However, CS3 CS2O minus will show electron releasing, which will enhance negative charge present on oxygen species. So I hope you understand this inductive effect in this lecture. Thank you for watching my channel.